Welcome to another video. In today's video we are going to be covering the story of Josiah Inatsu, also known as Weebe, a very known member of Snatch Gang, also known as 617. Known for his songs, internet activity, and mostly his work in the streets, he allegedly would hop in the streets after the death of his best friend named Little Fox, who was killed by 147 Blood Gang. During his time in the streets, he was involved in multiple murders and was known for killing faces, allegedly being the killer of Keito from Blood Gang. Anyways, I'm not here to waste your time. Let's get straight into the video. Josiah's first body would come in broad daylight. Not too much is known about this murder, but there is a few speculations on what arrest. It is said, Josiah and the other members of Snatch and EM were plotting to rob a man for his firearm. If you're wondering, the man had no gang affiliations, a possible void holder. Some way, they would end up driving down the street chasing the man in their vehicle, before blocking him in on the sidewalk with the gunman getting out firing shots, leaving a male by the name of Monty dead on the scene, beginning Webay's murder spree.
Okay. Bitch, come on, fuck, nigga. Go.
The members of Snatch Gang were out sliding one night. Josiah was in the car, of course. They were looking to score on 147 Blood Gang. For Weebe, this was personal. He could never get over what happened to Little Fox. As they drove down the block, they noticed it was active. The streets were crowded. The windows lowered, with them sending shots out the vehicle at the members. Shots were sent back at them too, but they were still able to gun down a member of Blood Gang by the name of chiraq. These first bodies drew him deeper in the streets. He was slowly beginning to make a name for himself through the west side. Through his street activities and his music being released, he was making himself known as a rapping shooter. His next victim would come quick, another broad daylight shooting. He slid through Blitz Gang hood with he guys, circling the block spotting who was outside. Just then he spotted someone by the name of Vari. They pulled back around with Josiah dumping shots out the passenger side window. Killing Vari, he was found deceased on the scene.
He's cooked. Dumbass nigga. Drive this bitch. Drive.
Come on.
Fuck with that whole ass.
Go. Get up out there.
He was not letting up on Blitz Gang, Blood Gang, or anyone else. His next time spinning, he knew exactly where he wanted to go through. They drove to an alleyway where Blitz Gang members were posted up. As they were pulling through, the driver stopped the vehicle, everyone bouncing out with firearms. Shots quickly rang out. Weebe took no time letting shots off at them, striking and killing a member by the name of Quano.
You know.
Bitch, fuck these out. Come on. Go.
Get in the whip.
Go.
Get in. Dumbass nigga.
Around this time, Weebe was releasing music and getting his known name in the scene. His newfound popularity didn't seem to keep him away from the streets. He was still knee-deep, and this shooting would make that known. He clearly didn't care about his freedom. He was back with another daytime shooting. They were still bloodthirsty. MOB members were posted outside. Males and females were posted by apart. Just then, Weebe and other members of Snatch Gang pulled up, all doors swinging open with them letting off shots all directions. Josiah would strike and kill a member by the name of Use and T30.
This one nigga tried to run, but he ain't make it far. And my bitch said I'm paranoid, cause I'm on every card. I call this one bitch for a job, she like the new Pilar. I guess my twin the new Franklin, I'm the new Lamar. He got shot, he could've died, he wasn't on that card. And Lil A said switching aim, and then he seeing stars. And I just smoke on double L when I wanna go to Mars. The no chills ain't been yet, they just playing hard. I'm out the way just dropping songs while I'm cracking cards. You can't consider.
Not much is known about this shooting, but allegedly Weebe and the rest of Snatch Gang would get into a shootout with members of MOB, killing Crazy Carl and a member by the name of Tez. Webay's biggest hit would come one night, when he was driving in traffic alone. This wasn't a normal night's cruise. He was out lurking for an op. He had a Glock, modified with a switch on his gun. He specifically was looking for another known face, by the name of Keito from Shark NEM. They would run into each other on the Midwest side, both getting out the car firing shots at each other, leading to one being left alive. Weebe had just killed Keito, leaving him dead in an empty street. His body was found hours later, after Josiah had sped off the scene. Death of Little Vari 073 Blitz Gang. Webay's name was at its peak around this time. His music was getting tens of thousands of views. His face was known. You'd think this was going to be a wake-up call for him to get out the streets and put forth all his effort in his music. But it wasn't, and he was now into it with Glow Town. Josiah wasn't the type to wait and see what happens. He was ready to go out and score for his side. Snatch Gang loaded up their car, and Josiah was front and center in this heat. They drove towards Glow Town's block, looking to shed blood. They pulled up and bounced out, instantly firing off shots at their ops. The Glow Town members was just going for anything though. They quickly got to shooting back. This triggered one of the most insane shooting Weebe was involved in. He would end up coming up another body, but someway made it out of this tight situation once again. This shooting would go to show how ruthless Weebe was in the streets, showing no remorse to anyone. One day, as he and his homies were in traffic, they would come across an op from M Block and begin to taunt the male. He knew he was outnumbered and began to run away from the vehicle of sane gang members, but they followed him before the gunmen got out and shot him down near the Midwest side of Chicago. He was found deceased on the scene with his gun in hand.
Yeah.
Hey, up on that wall, up on that wall.
Hey, don't run, don't run, don't run.
Fuck he up and for this nigga dumb as shit.
Another shootout would happen on the west side, but this time it was with some unfamiliar faces. They were into it with NLMB. This shooting would lead to multiple injuries from both sides, even with Josiah being injured himself.
Right here, y'all.
One night as usual, Weebe and the other member of Sane Gang were out sliding and looking to score on their ops another time. Josiah decided to go back to his old ways and shoot out the car. This time they were looking for members of Dump Street. They pulled up in front of DSG's corner store and began to antagonize the members over there for fun. Then it got heated. Death of little Vari 073 Blitz gang.
Y'all be safe, fuck.
Hey, fuck took you on my DM.
Who do that? Why the fuck he so fucking tough? Like motherfuckers won't splack you, nigga. Fuck you talking about?
Be cool, bro. Hey, be cool, bro. Be cool.
He ain't no be cool, nothing. Tell dude, tighten the fuck up with his bitch ass. Fuck you talking about?
That's why I took
Your ass a bitch. Yeah, listen to your homie, bitch ass nigga. Probably the one who sent Tuki ass up. Goofy. What's wrong with you?
She just aimed her gun.
That was the story of Josiah Inatsu, also known as Get Busy Weebe. If you enjoyed, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. If you have an idea, comment them below, or join my Discord link below and let me know. Also show some support to Webay's Twitch, which is linked below the homie trench. With all that said and done, see you in the next video.